Welcome to our exploration of one of history's most fascinating figures, Alexander the Great. Born in 356 BC in the ancient city of Pella, Macedonia, he transformed from a royal prince into a legendary conqueror. But what fueled his insatiable ambition? How did he manage to unite such diverse cultures under his rule? Join us as we delve into the extraordinary life of Alexander, a leader whose legacy continues to resonate through the ages. Alexander was born into a world of privilege. His father, King Philip II, was not just a ruler, he was a brilliant military strategist and a unifier of the Greek city-states. The young prince was surrounded by advisors and military leaders, learning the intricacies of governance from an early age. His mother, Queen Olympias, was deeply influential, a woman of strong will and conviction, who instilled in him a sense of destiny and the belief that he was destined for greatness. From the myths of Achilles to the lessons of governance, Alexander's upbringing was steeped in ambition. Philip's campaigns transformed Macedonia into a formidable power, setting the stage for Alexander's own future endeavors. The merging of these influences, Philip's pragmatism and Olympias's idealism, would shape Alexander into a complex leader, driven by both desire for glory and a yearning for knowledge. At the age of 13, Alexander began his education under Aristotle, one of the greatest philosophers of all time. The lessons were not just academic, they were a window into the world of ethics, politics, and natural sciences. Aristotle introduced him to the works of Homer, filling Alexander's mind with ideals of heroism and the concept of arete, excellence, and virtue. Aristotle's teachings instilled in Alexander a profound respect for knowledge and a fascination with the world beyond Greece. This education not only prepared him for leadership, but also sparked his desire to spread Greek culture far and wide, planting the seeds for his future conquests. Alexander's military training began early. A defining moment came when he famously tamed Bucephalus, a wild stallion no one else could manage. This act of courage not only solidified his bond with his father, but also showcased his innate leadership abilities. At just 16, Alexander was left in charge of Macedonia, where he quelled a rebellion and demonstrated his military acumen. Through these formative experiences, Alexander developed a keen understanding of warfare, laying the groundwork for his future as a military commander. His early encounters with battle forged a relentless determination within him, one that would soon propel him onto the world stage. In 336 BC, the political landscape shifted when King Philip II was assassinated during his daughter's wedding. The details surrounding his death remain mysterious. Was it the work of political rivals, or did his own wife, Olympias, conspire against him? The aftermath was chaotic, and Alexander, at only 20 years old, was thrust into a precarious position. To secure his power, Alexander acted swiftly. He eliminated potential rivals and quelled dissent among the Macedonian nobility. The brutal destruction of Thebes served as a chilling warning to other city-states, showcasing Alexander's ruthlessness. This decisive action established him as a formidable ruler and laid the foundation for his future campaigns. Upon claiming the throne, Alexander faced immediate challenges as several Greek city-states rebelled against Macedonian rule. In a display of both military might and political savvy, he quickly quelled these uprisings. The siege of Thebes was particularly brutal, resulting in the city's destruction and the enslavement of its inhabitants. This display of power solidified his authority and served as a harsh reminder of his determination to maintain control. As the city fell, Alexander not only established himself as a ruler, but also sent a clear message to any who would oppose him: resistance would not be tolerated. Understanding the need for a powerful military, Alexander instituted significant reforms within his army. He reorganized troops into specialized units, enhancing flexibility and effectiveness. The Macedonian phalanx, equipped with long sarissas, allowed for greater control on the battlefield. Alexander's emphasis on training and discipline transformed the Macedonian army into one of the most formidable forces of the ancient world. These reforms would prove crucial as he embarked on his ambitious campaigns, allowing him to execute complex strategies and adapt to various combat scenarios. Alexander's campaign against the Persian Empire began at the Granicus River in 334 BC. Here, he faced a formidable army composed of Persian satraps eager to defend their territory. The stakes were high, and the battle would test both Alexander's leadership and his troops' resolve. The Battle of Granicus was fierce, with Alexander leading a cavalry charge that exemplified his tactical genius. As the battle raged, he demonstrated his bravery by personally confronting enemy forces, rallying his troops with unwavering determination. The Macedonian victory not only showcased Alexander's military prowess, but also marked the beginning of a relentless campaign that would ultimately bring down the Persian Empire. The Siege of Tyre was one of Alexander's most challenging military endeavors. The island city was heavily fortified and resisted all attempts at invasion. Alexander, however, was undeterred. He initiated the construction of a massive causeway to breach the city's defenses, a feat of engineering and determination. Despite fierce naval resistance, Alexander's troops persevered, engaging in brutal skirmishes with Tyrian forces. The siege lasted 7 months, culminating in a hard-fought victory. Once the city fell, Alexander's brutal retribution against the defenders sent shockwaves throughout the region, solidifying his reputation as a ruthless conqueror. The Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BC was a defining moment in Alexander's quest for dominance. Facing Darius III, who commanded a much larger army, Alexander employed brilliant tactical maneuvers to outsmart his opponent. He understood that sheer numbers would not guarantee victory. Strategy was key. Using the terrain to his advantage, Alexander executed a series of feigned retreats, luring Persian forces into disarray. This decisive victory not only secured his control over Babylon, but also marked the beginning of the end for the Persian Empire. The triumph at Gaugamela solidified Alexander's legacy as one of history's greatest military commanders. Alexander's conquests were not merely military, they were cultural revolutions. He founded over 20 cities, many named Alexandria, as centers of commerce and culture. These cities served as melting pots where Greek and Eastern influences intertwined. The most famous, Alexandria in Egypt, became a beacon of knowledge, housing the legendary Library of Alexandria, which attracted scholars from across the known world. The establishment of these cities was a strategic move. By promoting Greek culture and language, Alexander ensured that his influence would permeate through the ages. The blending of cultures, known as Hellenization, transformed the regions he conquered, leading to advancements in philosophy, art, and science that would resonate for centuries. Alexander encouraged intermarriage between his soldiers and local women, fostering a unique cultural fusion. This syncretism enriched both Greek and local traditions. For example, in Persia, Alexander adopted certain customs and titles, showcasing his respect for the cultures he encountered. He famously donned Persian dress and adopted elements of their court etiquette, creating a new model of rulership that blended Greek and Persian traditions. Such actions earned him both loyalty and resentment. While some viewed him as a liberator, others saw him as an invader attempting to erase their identity. Yet, this blending of cultures ultimately laid the groundwork for the Hellenistic era, an age marked by unprecedented cultural exchange. Alexander's campaigns resulted in the widespread dissemination of Greek culture, philosophy, and art throughout the territories he conquered. The influence of Hellenistic ideals permeated regions as far as India, where Greek thought began to intermingle with local philosophies, creating a rich tapestry of cultural dialogue. The art of the period reflected this blend, featuring intricate sculptures and architectural marvels that combined elements from various cultures. The impact of Hellenization would persist long after Alexander's death, shaping the development of the Mediterranean world. After years of relentless campaigning, Alexander's army reached the Hyphasis River in India. Exhausted and longing for home, his troops refused to march further. This moment marked a pivotal point in Alexander's campaign, revealing the limits of even his unwavering leadership. Alexander, sensing their weariness, gathered his men. He spoke passionately about the glory that awaited them if they pressed on, invoking the image of their shared victories. However, the overwhelming desire of his soldiers to return home proved insurmountable. Reluctantly, he agreed to turn back, a decision that showcased both his leadership and the profound bond between him and his men. The return journey was fraught with challenges: harsh weather, food shortages, and skirmishes with hostile tribes. Alexander faced fierce resistance, but his strategic brilliance shone through. He utilized both military might and diplomacy to secure safe passage, displaying his ability to adapt to unforeseen circumstances. During this arduous trek, Alexander's leadership was put to the test. He shared the hardships of his men, foregoing comforts to boost morale. This shared experience deepened the loyalty of his soldiers, reinforcing the bond forged through years of camaraderie and conquest. In 323 BC, Alexander fell gravely ill in Babylon, and the rapid deterioration of his health sent shockwaves through his court. Symptoms included severe fever, abdominal pain, and profound weakness, leaving physicians puzzled and advisors anxious. His unexpected decline sparked speculation and intrigue. Was it a natural illness, or did political enemies conspire against him? Theories of poisoning began to circulate, further complicating the narrative of his legacy. As he lay dying, his closest advisors sought answers, but the once mighty conqueror was now at the mercy of fate. Following Alexander's death at the young age of 32, his vast empire fell into chaos. The power struggles among his generals, known as the Diadochi, led to the fragmentation of his empire. Wars erupted as they vied for control, causing instability and uncertainty throughout the territories he had fought so hard to unite. Despite this fragmentation, Alexander's influence endured. His military tactics became a blueprint for future leaders, while the cultural syncretism he championed laid the groundwork for the rich tapestry of the Hellenistic world. The cities he founded continued to thrive, becoming centers of learning and culture long after his passing. Alexander the Great's life is a testament to ambition, vision, and the complexities of leadership. His military genius and relentless drive for conquest not only expanded his empire, but also facilitated the exchange of ideas and cultures that shaped the ancient world. His legacy is not solely one of conquest, but of a leader who dared to dream of a united world. Alexander's story continues to inspire and provoke thought. What does it mean to lead? How do we navigate the fine line between ambition and responsibility? As we reflect on his extraordinary life, we are reminded of the enduring impact one individual can have on the course of history and the world we inhabit today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Alexander the Great. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating explorations of history.